enough is actually played right there on the ledge. Everything about trying to push Cloud off stage, utilize the big disjoint to get Cross out there to make him use his cross slash stall early. It's all you need to do. But then you have to play around back air and everything else from Cloud throughout the rest of the match. So it's going to be on Fudge to make sure he doesn't let that happen again the way it happened last time.
I love some of the patience coming through from Stratus, being willing to go ahead, back off, doing a good job of pressuring the shield so far with some of these forward airs. Just such a scary move when you're in the corner especially.
The Stratus keeping Fudge locked down in the corner. Again, the big thing is finding a way around that. He did get the roll through, but getting caught on the Nair, no tech as well. That's his jump, so it's going to be a pretty easy coverage with the Nair. Doesn't even need it. You could, of course, go for that forward air to try and snap the ledge, but that Nair was there to cover that just in case he did.
Nice, good, long, lingering moves. It's a great way to snuff out this Richter, but now going to be snuffed out by some of the back airs. Makes it to ledge this time around, but Stratus has been so on point with these edge guards.
The biggest thing for Stratus is making sure that he tries to keep that pressure on the ledge, but for Fudge, you want to make sure you're utilizing different options on defense. Multiple times so far, it has either been a preemptive jump or a roll off ledge. It's going to be another early jump that gets called out, so for Fudge, after rolling on ledge 2 times in a row, it's going to start to be thought about. So once you decide to finally go for that neutral get up, it's going to be pretty easy to see. But Richter has ways to play around that. You can get up, hold shield, they pressure and miss space. You have up, out of shield. So there are ways to get out.
Ultimately, it was just a run and gun show from Stratus. He was on top of Fudge the whole time, and it really felt like you never saw a moment where Fudge could get that normal Belmont game plan going, get the crosses, get the holy water. Whole time just couldn't hold it down, and at that point, Cloud's going to run you over.
The Fudge was indeed hot. It's warmed up here, or ready to start off the day. Of course, you don't want to start cold and getting warmed up. Is make sure you get your friendlies and everything in beforehand, but we are not going to see the same Cloud, actually. We're going to see the cosplay come into fruition. He's going to switch over the Joker, and we're going to go over to the other portion of the Belmont. So we got Simon now.
Hey, Simon, of course, the one thing that you can think of is that holy water and then also the down air, but ultimately not too big, but great uppercut right there to go ahead and get a little bit of percentage. And now this is kind of what we're seeing that we talked about. Locking down the game for a little bit longer, but Stratus breaking through.
It's a much better stage here, too, for Fudge. You have Kalos. You're not going to get FD in the matchup. It's just never going to happen unless the player decides they're better than you there. But having Kalos, you have space. You can hide underneath the platforms. He's going to have to find those short hop fairs to get the job done. And so far, Fudge is doing this very well to keep him out.
Yeah, ooh, lovely dash attack to catch that jump right there. That is one of the things we've seen a lot from Fudge is some of these short hops to throw out that cross, and Stratus has done a really good job of punishing that, and boom, beautiful back air to go ahead and seal out that stock.
Yeah, if there's been a consistent place that's always been punished, in this matchup, you have to know where the Belmonts recover, and if you can cover those routes, you're going to be in a great spot. Fudge really hasn't been able to get around those yet. We'll see if maybe that can change, but at least Fudge did get 81% before. It's not too far away from a kill confirm. That's at least until you start getting juggled and things start going away.
Yeah, Stratus getting some of these on points, was looking for a reset off of the air dodge, but wasn't able to find too much, and now locked that ledge, gets on through with the back air. Such a scary move if you let him cross him up, but I love that down air to get through.
Good mix-up that time, because we talked about it last game. A couple rolls, mostly very defensive. That's time getting offensive to try and trip him up. But a lot of techs in place, no teching away. The back air will not do it here even on Kalos. Last time he stalled with the guns as well to get back on, gonna miss the timing on that and still gets thrown off. So Fudge, wherever the opportunities are to close it out, Yin, he just keeps barely missing the stock close out.
Yeah, and that's getting really big here as we have another Arsene on deck. 142 for Rage. This is really scary here, but finds the uppercut just to get out of the corner. And now maybe with some space can find some momentum here.
Yeah, we did see one of the detriments that does come with the trade-off of being on this stage when you are a zoner. The top blast zone is not your friend. Up B out of shield is not going to kill as early because of that, but we're around that range where a straight hit will get him to up B out of shield kill percentages. We're seeing Fudge though deciding, Stratus deciding just to throw him instead, and every trade is in your favor. You haven't lost your first stock.
And now, second stock gone for Fudge. This is looking really bad in this game number 2. Gets the cross out, and right now playing very patient. Stratus, though, not giving him an inch.
That looked like it was one of those buffer and input mistakes where you're trying to cancel a dash forward into F tilt, accidentally smash attack the other way. Maybe just trying to fade back and go for it. Now we're going to get a quick 48%, 192. Any straight hit should kill, but the problem is he can't find that hit right now.
Yeah, Bro has just been able to play nice and evasive, and ooh, the miss on that up B gonna hurt for Fudge there, as that definitely could have been a stock. and now Stratus got him off stage, and this is where we've seen Fudge drop so many stocks before.
Yeah, big thing for Stratus. Even right there, 210%. Might be a little bit stale, but also just great DI. That one will finally do it. There's not much DI will help you there, but the job was already done at 224.
Yeah, that stock did more than just a little bit of extra credit, as now Fudge starting to get into some of these scary ranges where Joker can hit you just far enough to find some edge guards.
Yeah. Now, we have seen crazy things in the past. Sometimes when you have a big lead like this, you end up overthinking the way to close out the game. Stratus hasn't done that yet. But if you're Fudge, you got a stock, you got a chance. It does not mean you're out even if you're behind 2 stocks. It does mean you're out, though, when you miss that tech once again and he gets caught on the down smash. Great job. Best of 5. It's best of 5. I also thought it was best of 3, so.
I know, all best of 5 bracket today, which is really cool to see. 1, it gives just all those players more games, even if they don't make it out of pools. And 2, gives a little bit more consistency within play, where you have that longer time to adapt, and therefore maybe you make that comeback.
We've been seeing that, get picked a little bit more often this time. Like we've seen Collision do it. Of course, Cact also, the Teal as well, who is out here running
the GOAT of best of 5.
Yeah, we've been seeing it actually kind of works. It's you could get why it could be questionable sometimes because there are some very campy playstyle characters in this game, but people have been very attuned to holding forward, so it hasn't really been too much of an issue yet.
I think it also helps with kind of this area in general. You have Georgia pretty up close, and so that kind of crossplay creates some interesting metas where you get a little bit more aggression than you expect to see in Ultimate at this point.
Yeah. And for Fudge, that's a big sigh of relief too, because now all of a sudden, hey, I got more games, I can make it happen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And so far, doing a pretty decent job keeping it even, but this limit on deck now going to be a scary thing to handle, especially in this corner now.
I really like the way Stratus has been playing. Then that's a closeout right there. It doesn't matter how wide those blast zones could be. You get caught off stage by cross slash, it's over.
The nair into it was so beautiful, but man has just been really good with this corner pressure, utilizing the fair to scare them into shield, and then of course we saw the grab in that last stock. So
yeah, and for Stratus again, running up, trying to bait out these up piece out of shield, bait out aggressive options, and just getting a lot of free data because of it. But this is where Richter gets the job done. The ledge traps, you have to make it succeed. Doesn't get the follow up there, but the up tilt does keep it going, Yin.
Ooh, a little bit off on that placement, gonna cause a lot of damage now, as Cross Slash able to get the poke through that shield. 76, and now the nair. Stratus, just absolutely immaculate playoff stage.
Consistency is key in matchups like this, where you want to make sure you don't let someone get away recoveries for free when they have a poor recovery. Both these characters fit that category, except for when there's limit on Cloud. So the fact that he's always out there, making it work, making Fudge feel like he can't get a free recovery every time.
And that is going to be the dunk to seal it out. Stratus doing an amazing job, especially with those offstage interactions. We saw the nair to cross